Paving this shit crazy.
Hey, what's up, my good people? I did a story about Florida having a sheriff. I forgot his name. Forget it. But anyway, I was talking to you guys about human trafficking, the operation, and they had another bust in Florida on some sex traffickers. And you guys, I said it in my last live when I talked about it. It's in Hillsborough County, Florida. And I said exactly what I said, and it came out to be very true. I said that they had pastors and teachers and lawyers and things of that magnitude that were involved in sex trafficking. So it says Operation Roundup human trafficking bust results in more than 125 arrests, including teachers and pastors. But they didn't say lawyers, anything like that, because they just wanted to abbreviate it for the story. So Hillsborough County, Florida, the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office in Florida recently ran an operation designed to lure in child predators. Operation Roundup was overall a smash success, netting over 100 arrests, including a local pastor and a former teacher, you guys, which is crazy. I just said that. And the sheriff, I think his name is Chronister. The detective arrested Joel Velasco, a Hillsborough County school teacher who offered to pay our undercover detective $60 for sex, you guys. And this is a school teacher. This is a teacher. And he did this on October the 18th, 2021 at 7:38 a.m. They caught his behind. What a pig. Operations like this are nothing new and are designed to locate and apprehend those who prey on our country's most vulnerable victims, children. Police agencies who conduct these investigations spend several thousand man-hours in both chatting, investigating as well as intelligence, so the arrest can be made as safe as possible. And you guys, I really have an interest in doing this. I really wish that I could be a part of this type of situation, but you have to have so much training. Me, I know how the kids talk today, so I'd be good with it. I'll throw my little lingo out there and have their behinds in trouble. So it says, because of the unfortunate success of operation like this over the past several years, I have now created a full-time human trafficking squad to focus on reducing the demand and rescue victims. To these detectives, thank you for your dedication and efforts. Yes, thank you, because a lot of kids will definitely be returned to their homes. And again, I say to the parents, you need to know exactly what your children are doing on their cell phones, on their tablets, on their laptops, on their desktops, what they're looking at, who they're chatting with TikTok, Instagram, it don't matter, YouTube, it don't matter, Facebook, whatever they have out there, you need to be on top of it. And you need to explain to your kids, it's not that I'm trying to ruin your life. You need to show them some of these stories about people being trafficked and sex traffickers and what they do, and let them know you're not so big and bad and you're not so tough where, oh, I'll run and get away. No, these people have a plan and they know how to get you if they think you're going to run. So we need to have these detailed type of conversations with our kids, okay? So the operation worked by utilizing undercover officers who have been trained through ICAC, Internet Crimes Against Children, to pose as underage children and venture out into the electronic realm. And that's why I said I wish I could do this, because I would love to catch them pigs. I would get so much joy. Oh my God, I would get so much joy. While there, these undercover officers eventually can catch those that are wishing to engage in sexual activities with minors. Hillsborough County Sheriff Chad Chronister spoke about the operation on Twitter. Because of the unfortunate success of the operation like this, over the past several years, I have created a full-time human trafficking squad to focus on reducing the demand and rescue victims. To these detectives, thank you so much for your dedication and your efforts. Thank you so much. Again, we do thank you because there's not a lot of people out there doing this. In all, detectives were able to take 125 people into custody for allegedly attempting to have some type of sexual relations with minors. The successful operation ran from August the 4th until October the 13th. Wow. Of those arrested, one was a local preacher and another a former school teacher. Detectives announced the arrest of former Hillsborough County public school teacher Joel Velasco and Samuel Phillips Jr., a pastor for the Be Limitless Church. I wonder how your church is doing now. Velasco, according to the Hillsborough School Board, did not have access to any children this school year as he resigned for an unknown reason before the year started. He probably touched somebody in their school before all this. Phillips, however, is very much active in the church. It appears that he founded with his family. Chronister is speaking about both of these men. He said, these men who were all held to a standard of trust and respect were all arrested for soliciting another to commit prostitution. I don't know how the church is going to handle this, but I'm sure he is no longer with this church. A search of the Be Limitless Church appears as if it is still active and Philip is still the main pastor. While there is no contact information for him directly, a video advertisement for his church is still up on the internet with him encouraging people to come to his church to help the community and worship God. Right, according to Chronister. We also came into contact with Samuel Phillips Jr., a pastor at Be Limitless Church, when he responded to a false ad placed on an escort website and offered to pay our undercover detectives for sex. See, that's what I'm talking about. This is why I say you can't trust anybody. I don't trust nobody. The pastor cannot touch my kids too long. Don't ask me, can my child go somewhere with you by yourself? No. Okay? No. Sheriff Chronister, I think I've said his name, Chronister, we all came into contact with Sam. I just read that, okay? And then they go down to say, Philip, Viacoletti, if that's not your name, it's today it is a 48-year-old man living in Valrico. Viacoletti traveled to meet a 14-year-old girl, but instead was met by our detectives who immediately took him into custody. That's exactly what he get, and all of them need to go to jail. It don't need to be no probation. It don't need to be none of that. They need to go to jail. Chronister highlighted a few other men who are alleged to have also attempted to commit some type of sexual crime with a minor in terms of Philip Velecki, however you say his name. Okay, I already read his age and everything. They already said that. I'm not going to repeat myself again. He then spoke about Munster Shafiq. Mr. Shafiq, who also believed he was speaking to a minor, this time a boy allegedly, for the purpose of sexual activity. Once again, using social media as a veil, we apprehended Mr. Shafiq, a 35-year-old from Luntz. He thought he was in communication with a 14-year-old boy. His texts were too vile to fathom. So they couldn't even put his text messages on, the website to even let you know what he was saying. Chronister also spoke of overall success of the terms of not only identified sexual predators of children, but his allegations that the operation was able to save 4 women and a teenager from human trafficking. Cronister also said the women that were rescued were aligned with Selah Freedom, which is an organization designed to help victims of human trafficking. Ain't that a biscuit? This is a side note, and to all those churches or those members of that church, a lot of times what happens in the church is that they will say, let's pray for the pastor, and they will take the pastor back knowing that he has predatory behaviors. So to me, I think that this is a wake-up call to the pastors. I think that they should start really taking serious, excuse this, somebody has to come through with their blasting music. I think that they should take this very serious. They should also talk to the children that have been a part of that church to find out if there have been any other cases where the pastor has sexually assaulted other children. They also need to go back and check and see if the teacher has sexually assaulted any of the children, because he has not been in contact with children through the pandemic. But before the pandemic took place, this is something that they need to check and see and make sure that nobody else has been violated. So you guys, again, you take care of yourself, watch over your kids, you guys, and don't forget to hit that like button, that post notification bell, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And you guys, just be vigilant, please. I keep asking you to be vigilant. We have to be vigilant. We have to be the protectors of these children, because a lot of times these predators will threaten the children and say, if you tell your mommy or your daddy, we're going to kill them. So I said in another video some time ago that when I had my kids, and I told them the truth, if somebody threatens to do harm to me, it's because they don't want to be caught for the things that they've done to you if it happens. Okay, so don't be afraid to talk to your kids. Let them understand this is serious out here. It's very, very serious. All right, so I'll talk to you guys again in the next video, and please watch over your loved ones.